Hello and welcome to True Crime Tourist. I'm Mike. Today we're going to go over the 2012 Aurora, Colorado Batman movie shooting, which I visited last year when I was passing through town on my comedy tour. Alright, let's get started. On July 20th, 2012, a mass shooting occurred inside a Century 16 movie theater in Aurora, Colorado during a midnight screening of the film The Dark Knight Rises. Dressed in tactical clothing, 24-year-old James Holmes set off tear gas grenades and shot into the audience with multiple firearms. 12 people were killed and 70 others were injured, 58 of them from gunfire. The shooting occurred in Theater 9 at the Century 16 multiplex, located in the town center at Aurora Shopping Mall. Police said that Holmes bought a ticket, entered the theater, and sat in the front row. About 20 minutes into the film, he left the theater through an emergency exit door. Holmes went to his car, changed into protective clothing, and retrieved his guns. About 30 minutes into the movie, at around 12:30 a.m., he re-entered the theater through the exit door. Holmes was dressed in black and wore a gas mask, load-bearing vest, a ballistic helmet, bullet restraint leggings, a bullet-resistant throat protector, a groin protector, and tactical gloves. He was listening to techno music through a set of headphones so he could not hear anything from the people in the theater. Initially, few of the audience members considered Holmes to be a threat. Some witnesses thought he was wearing a costume, like other audience members who had dressed up for the screening. Some believed he was playing a prank, while others thought it was some part of special effects set up for the film's premiere, or a publicity stunt by the studio or theater management. Holmes reportedly threw one canister toward the left side of the theater, emitting a smoke or gas that partially obscured the audience members' vision, made their throats and skin itch, and caused eye irritation. He fired a 12-gauge Remington 870 Express tactical shotgun, first at the ceiling and then at the audience. He fired a Smith & Wesson M&P 15 semi-automatic rifle with a 100-round drum magazine, which eventually malfunctioned. Finally, he fired a .40 caliber Glock 22 Gen 4 handgun. He shot first at the back of the room and then toward the people in the aisles. A bullet passed through the wall and hit 3 people in adjacent Theater 8, which was screening the same film. Witnesses said the multiplex's fire alarm system began sounding soon after the attack, and staff told people in Theater 8 to evacuate. Holmes fired 76 shots in the theater, 6 from the shotgun, 65 from the semi-automatic rifle, and 5 from the .40 caliber handgun. The first phone calls to emergency services via 911 were made at 12:39 a.m.
315 and 314 for a shooting at Century Theaters, 14300 East Alameda Avenue. They're saying somebody's shooting in the auditorium. 315 and 314, there is at least one person that's been shot, but they're saying there's hundreds of people just running around.
316, be advised. Take somebody's spraying some gas over here, too. 316, I need a rescue in here hot, too. I got a guy shot.
And inside of Theater 9?
Just outside of Theater 9.
Team 6, we got another person outside shot in the leg, a female. I got people running out of the theater that are shot in room 9.
318, we also have another victim on the north side of this theater in the parking lot.
I'm being told that he's in Theater 9. From what I'm smelling inside, it sounds like it's OC maybe too. Get us some damn gas masks for Theater 9, we can't get in it. It's a Kia, light Kia.
Okay, copy. There's another victim in a white Kia. Where's that vehicle at?
16 Adam, I need a marked car behind the theater, Sable side. Got a suspect in a gas mask. 11, hold the air 1 second. Cars with that white car in the rear of the lot. Is that a suspect? Yes, we've got rifles, gas masks. Use the taser right now. I've got an open door going into the theater. Okay, hold that position. Hold your suspect. 16, I got 7 down in Theater 9. 7 down. Weekend 25 to everybody on this. It's an assault rifle. We have magazines down inside, so everybody watch out for the assault rifle. All right, so the guy's still in Theater 9. I'm working on the backboard right now for that female.
Okay, suspect is going to be a male, unknown race, black camo type outfit, believed to be wearing a vest, gas mask, and multiple long guns.
Police arrived within 90 seconds and found 3 .40 caliber handgun magazines, a shotgun, and a large magazine on the floor of the theater. Some people reported the shooting via Twitter or text messaging rather than calling the police. Officers were already there at the theater by the time the tweets were sent. Ambulances were hindered by chaos and congestion in the parking lot, and they were unable to reach the back of the complex where police had pulled the injured out through the emergency exit doors of Theater 9. Sergeant Stephen Redfearn, one of the first police officers to arrive at the scene, sent victims to area hospitals in squad cars. At about 12:45 a.m., police officer Jason Ovia apprehended Holmes behind the cinema next to his car without resistance. Because of his tactical clothing, Holmes was at first mistaken for another police officer. He was described as being calm and disconnected during his arrest. The officers found several firearms in the theater and inside the shooter's car, including another Glock 22 handgun. The movie theater reopened only 6 months later. Since the shooting in Theater 9, the Aurora facility has changed from a numerical naming system to an alphabetical one. The old Theater 9, which Cinemark has remodeled, has now been renamed Extreme Digital Cinema Auditorium I. When apprehended, Holmes told the police that he had booby-trapped his apartment with explosive devices. Police evacuated 5 buildings surrounding his Aurora residence, which was about 5 miles north of the cinema. Holmes' apartment complex is limited to University of Colorado medical students, patients, and employees. One day after the shooting, officials disarmed an explosive device that was wired to the apartment's front door, allowing a remote-controlled robot to enter and disable other explosives. The apartment held more than 30 homemade grenades wired to a control box in the kitchen and filled with at least 30 gallons or 110 liters of gasoline. Police officers said a Batman mask was also found in the apartment. On July 23rd, police finished collecting evidence from the apartment. 2 days later, residents were allowed to return to the 4 surrounding buildings, and 6 days later, residents were allowed to move back into the formerly booby-trapped building. Holmes confessed to the shooting but pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity. The trial began on April 27, 2015. On July 16th of that year, Holmes was convicted of 24 counts of first-degree murder, 140 counts of attempted first-degree murder, and 1 count of possessing explosives. On August 7th, the jury deadlocked on whether to impose the death penalty. On August 26th, Holmes was given 12 life sentences, 1 for every person he killed. He also received 3,318 years for the attempted murders of those he wounded and for rigging his apartment with explosives. Well, that's all. Hope you enjoyed the video, but kinda don't care if you didn't. It was only about 7.5 minutes long. If you want to follow my comedy or see my dog Gump, follow me at Mike Mazzotti, MikeMasilotti. And if you want to follow me around in life, go to the Find My app and ask me to share my location with you. Alright, I'm done.